to their days sharing Candlestick Park with the San Francisco Giants. A foghorn followed the 49ers down to Santa Clara and Levi Stadium, where it continues to blare and let the Bay know it is time for some football. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers.
Please welcome your 2026 San Francisco 49ers.
Ready to get this game started, here's Eddie Pinheiro. And we're off from Levi Stadium. Xavier Worthy now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Travis Kelce, the intended target. So it'll be second down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Finds him on the crossing route. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, third down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
On third down, Walker. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
It's a gain of
They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's a Chiefs first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Walker on first down. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
This is Walker on second. Fights his way through a tackle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. A gain of 15 there. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
You want to drain some of the excitements of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Completed over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Walker off his own read. And he He stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
It's a gain of 11. And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Blitz coming, Mahomes. He's in trouble now, and the ball is out. But it looked like the Chiefs got this one back. Ooh, lucky break there, making that recovery. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, for a great opening drive, this is where you can run into that speed bump. We see it all the time, getting down near the end zone and trying to find your way in.
Yep, operated so well and efficiently, but when you get into the scoring zone, the red zone, that's when the pressure ramps up.
Defense bringing in a fifth DB, third and goal. Here he goes, third and long. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And that brings up fourth and goal.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
So on fourth down, the Chiefs field goal units and Harrison Butker headed out. This from 30 yards out. Butker knocks it through. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
With how well they were eating up yards and first downs, you know that kicker wanted to come out for a PAT, but he'll take a field goal, and he'll take 3.
Butker on now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. Good work so far. He's got room. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So here come the 49ers now to take over for the first time. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A pickup of 17. And that gives the 49ers the first.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Going to the ground again on first. They'll cobble together a yard there. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now Purdy finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. Down to the 44-yard line as he nearly picks up the first.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
And they're going to down by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down to put an end to this opening quarter. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. That's cut at the 4. He has the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers finish off their opening drive. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are perfect 1-for-1.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Worthy now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. So it's 2nd down coming up. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Here's a screen now for Walker. Hits a seam at the 40, and he gets it forward to the 43-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 14. First down, Kansas City.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball with the 44. Throwing again. Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. And now it's 3rd and short.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Here he is on 3rd and short. This one's to Rice out on the right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
A tight end in motion now. Back to the air, Mahomes. Yes, he's got it right side. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do, knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does 2 things. Number 1, it strikes fear in the defense, and number 2, you gain respect with your teammates.
Another throw for Mahomes. That's caught. It's Kelce again. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Again, Mahomes to throw. He's got his man. This is Walker. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. To the air, Mahomes. Has room into the secondary. And they take this in for the score.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
The Chiefs take a 2nd quarter lead. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3.
49ers 7. Harrison Butker.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. He scrapes together a yard at most. It's 2nd down.
Tackle at the 25-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. More football from Levi Stadium in just a moment. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Reeled in by George Kittle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
On 4th down, looks like 49ers sending out Thomas Morstead now to punt. Escapes the defender. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Man downfield, he's got it, it's Worthy. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st down throw, Mahomes. In the hands of his running back, Walker. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Off play action, it's Mahomes. That's completed right side. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
A gain of 21 yards. And a 1st down, Chiefs.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Complete to number 1, Xavier Worthy. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 15-yard line.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Right back to Worthy. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. And he's got it in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Butker knocks it through. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Kate, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. All the time in the world. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Big thank you to our guy Scott Hansen and the gang down in Orlando. Got a close one here, Brock, as our second half gets underway. Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The 49ers offense ready to get to work to begin this third quarter. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. '49ers to the line. 1st and 10. Play action now. Purdy. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Purdy setting up that play action. Completes it downfield to Pearson. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They got 21 yards on the play. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
First and 10.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Purdy on the play action. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. From the gun, McCaffrey. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Through Tranquil brings him to the ground.
Tackle made right at midfield. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On third down, Purdy. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Intended for Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And this is marked out all the way down at the 6. They'll be dangerously close to their own goal line for this series. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of time. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
Not a lot of real estate for them to work with here. It's 2nd and long. Mahomes. Right back to Rice, caught again. Well, this certainly makes the third down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. Gain of 10 right up near that marker now.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Here's Mahomes on the sneak. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
That right there, that's a tough pill to swallow. That's kind of a manhood test, Kate. When you get pushed backwards on a 3rd down QB sneak, you're going to look at each other in the huddle and say, that can't happen again.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. And it bounces out of bounds. Looks like they'll have half the field to go as they mark it directly on the midfield stripe. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Here's Purdy to throw. That's complete, Mike Evans. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
The 49er first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
All set to go now from the 35. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that gives the 49ers the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They toss right side to McCaffrey. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
A gain of 15 yards.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. Give him 7 on the play, and now they have 2nd and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
McCaffrey. And he gets in. Touchdown. The 49ers get this time before the end of the 3rd. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Extra point set right down the middle. And the 49ers take the lead on that successful kick.
14, Chiefs 13.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Worthy now to return it. This makes it up to the 25. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And like we've seen from them before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And the drive starts out small. Just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
At the 26-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They send a man in motion. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide, as that's going to chip something off this upcoming 3rd down. throw here, third down. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Kansas City sends out its punt team. Matt Ariza, the one to send it away. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
1st and 10 from the 32. Start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
The 32-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun is Purdy. Finding McCaffrey with the dump off. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. It's caught. Pearsall has it. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. On the give, it's McCaffrey. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
48-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They stick with McCaffrey. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
They're looking to throw. And I'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They get there to take him down right around the 41.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 4th down.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. So he sends this one out of bounds, and that's going to put the upcoming drive at the 35-yard line. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. First down throw, Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. He'll throw it. And the 49ers rush gets home, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. Fourth down, that much tougher.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Chiefs trail by just one. Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
San Francisco to the line. It's first and 10. Going with McCaffrey on the ground. He'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Running back sent in motion. Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10. Tight end, motioning right. On first and 10, it's McCaffrey. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout.
A loss of a yard.
As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
At the 16-yard line.
They're going to pass it here. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. And he's tackled for no gain.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Time coverage for the Chiefs as they get prepped for this third down. Throws caught. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Back to throw it. And he will score. And with almost no time left, that should clinch the win. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers grow their lead to 8.
Niners 21, Chiefs 13.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And it goes for a touchback, so time enough for 1, maybe 2 final plays here.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
Upton stout there defensively.
Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. One final shot here. Need this to force overtime. Be caught, so their last chance save to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. So the 49ers take the win here in front of the faithful in Santa Clara. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.